Hey everyone, and welcome back to the review. So in this video, I'm going to share with you some positive feedback I got on eBay here. So here we go. So I have some positive feedback. Recently I'm going to share with you. So here's the newest feedbacks to the oldest feedbacks. By the way. So here. So went great is number 5 is 1060 stars right now, Matt. Because what happens is if you get positive feedback, increases your feedback score by 1. If you get a negative, it decreases your feedback score by 1. And if you get a neutral, it doesn't increase or decrease your score. You want, if you're getting a feedback on eBay, you want a positive feedback. That would be the best possible feedback, obviously. And most people, if it's like a standard transaction where you get the item that you want in the condition that was said on the listing, most people are not gonna complain, As if it says used and you buy used, and people look at the photos and it comes exactly how it's shown in the photos, then people will be happy. Some people will read the description and look at the photos and look at condition, look at everything. They're like, well, if it comes exactly as shown, well then, I'm happy, Some people are just like, well, then there's some people who are picky about it. It didn't come in. Some people will ask, some people buy stuff without even asking questions, like they'll be like, and, that was a third of my Deep Eddy vodka bar mints that I had. It was from a liquor store, probably. Obviously, that closed down because first person had 4 of them. It's from a liquor store that shut down. Or no, it was either like a liquor store that shut down, or it was like a bar that closed, or maybe it was like leftovers from like a liquor store or a bar or something. Shut down. Or not shut down, or like had extras, because I'm sure they get all that stuff for souvenir giveaways, and then they use them. Like they'll put up signs, like they make it this beer sign, that beer sign, and they put a bunch of them up. Like when they get them, right? When they get them, some, right away, because people don't have nothing to spend so much money. They'll get it, and they'll get free stuff to give out, or stuff to keep, or stuff for their stores, rest bars, and stuff like that, or store, and they give them stuff, and then the extras they just get rid of, or you don't use really. And that's probably one of the things that they shut down, or just had so much extra, didn't need, And the plus star is the vintage Nays Sword Specialties KNC Chief set. It just recently sold. That's a thumbs up. So nice, positive feedback, simple. The Cupcake Dash I just recently sold as well. So last week Wednesday actually. Anyway, exactly described it should be very quick. This will package a perfect transaction reader. Thanks. Very fast and very cute. I saw that thing last Friday. So thanks. Vintage Yamaha Red Mill 6.3 gallon marine outboard motor gas tank. The smiley face. Monkey smiley face. Genuine recoil rewind. Poster stir assembly. Schooner. 57. 65. Now is the comes that's the arms if it's a Toro. Some great things. The Barbie Harley Davidson ornament. I took it off run for years to move it. I just want to move it to get rid of it. Like move it all my inventory. 1053 is the Kohler Courage FL2. This I had listed eBay for a while. 2052 is the Muhammad Ali ornament. Awesome. 2051 is a Milan upper handle for the Craftsman lawnmower. Some rust on the handle. No knobs or bolts. Came exactly as a strike. And okay, this was a person who I sold oil pan this one time. This exact one. And then I took it. And someone returned it. And then I ended up getting it back. And I took what I was selling, but I ended up selling it again. 2050. 49 is broke package instant quickly. Thanks. Ray bonds. Mark ornament. 2040 is another request at least satisfied. 2047. Very nice and good packaging on the Curtis J-N-4D Genie airplane. 1970 homework. 2046 is the Tissot engine piston and a connecting rod. Here comes the then 1045 is gas tank strips. And exactly the screen writer quickly as well patriot things. Original sending on 273 gas tank strips. I sold them for I had 2 sets. One took a little bit to sell, and this second one took a long while to sell as well. And then I showed 1044 the deck front suspension rack when I put something still at 10% just to move stuff. 1043 is the bucket keeper. 4 is Frozen Place 2, I believe those are Johnny Carson Country. Or it's Johnny, the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, way back in the day. It's like, how Jimmy Fallon's hosting that. How that was the same show back in the day that Johnny Carson did. And this is when Johnny Carson Country, where he interviewed. It's his best. It's either like every single country music star, like legend, like that he had in the show as like a guest, or as there might be some that are like just interviews of these country music stars, and then there might be some that have interview and performance, and there might be some like behind the scenes, like outtakes, like stuff, they cut that were like, like they're like really funny bits and stuff that like the audience only can see, and they're releasing, on DVD with it. So it's pretty cool. 2008, I picked up because it was Johnny Carson's. Still really popular, and I know on the old shows, like Internet TV, I believe, he's actually his show is on there still, like Internet TV or Me TV or something. His show, The Tonight Show, I believe it's Internet TV. Earlier I seen it still on, the reruns of it, so the best up every single episode. It's just the best episodes, And then remember Steam Power Ornament, Tuesday homework, and then just quick things, and then understanding so the proper communication. This is I thought these would sold because someone did local pickup. I thought okay, but then they realized they did local pickup. They did shipping, Nice if we can buy more shipping, and they never ended up buying them again. So which is whatever. So there's some feedbacks. I recently got an eBay. I've been a little slow in the feedbacks, getting feedbacks lately. But I just got a few. I got one from the vodka barman I sold like about a month or 2 ago. Because I believe you can, you can't, I believe you can't leave a negative after, is it 30 or 60? Like I know after like 7 days, I believe you can leave a negative. I believe after the first 7 days, you have to contact the seller, like message the seller, or work things out. Then after 7 days, I believe you can leave like a negative. Maybe it's 60 days. I know you can go up to 60 days for feedback. But I don't know if you can leave a negative or neutral. I believe maybe even the first 30 days only, maybe. I know I had someone that left a negative feedback on the 30th day. An item like they bought the wrong part. And they left a negative feedback on the 30th day. Like, oh, sorry, all negative. Think would see Nikki, that was my fault. Case in horrible condition. Not good, so I couldn't care less avoid. Which was a Super Bowl pop game. I saw it when I saw them. Video games available on auctions right now. Something about this game. And I conditioned it, like, good condition. Which it was. I explained everything. Apparently, seller, didn't, when I started, seller didn't do this. Seller didn't wrap glass, which I tightly packed it all together. But I still tried to blame UPS. I didn't blame UPS, I just packed it well, but, I did refund them. I took initiative on that one, but apparently not. I mean, I remember that one. Which, yeah, I did. I packed it up as tightly as I could in the box, shook it, didn't move at all, and then could have broke, Did I pack stuff that left positive feedbacks or stuff? Stuff breaks, and then I message them. Like, yeah, you packed it well. Sorry. I mean, yeah, you packed it really well, but it's not your fault. No, I just packed it really well. I still couldn't get and then wrong part, and then sorry board game. Vintage board game, sorry, 1972. Yeah, and then I only received one Fania because there's someone that Fania 4 sold, and other people didn't, So that was just a misunderstanding, I think, from the seller, because it should have said last one, 3 sold or something like that. Maybe the seller thought that, or maybe they didn't see that, whereas the seller probably would have known that, or I've said that's 1, they asked, and people know that, so I don't know. Yeah, that one could have been my fault. This one, because I didn't say it was 1 only, but most people understand that one. I would, if it says quantity 4, I think, oh, it's probably just 1. And then wrong part. After in the wrong part, which I did leave a file. You can't see it on here, but I didn't sell the wrong part because I sold them the exact part. It just it either didn't work, the seller didn't or the buyer, I should say, the buyer didn't bought the wrong one for their engine, or bought it and didn't need to buy one, it was a different issue, then they thought it was an ignition coil went out. However, it wasn't an ignition coil that went out. It was, something else was wrong with it, and it didn't fix their problem. So they blamed that on me. I had someone too that tried to blame it on me one time. This something was wrong with this snowmobile part. I couldn't find no comps on it. No comps on it at all. None. I don't even think it was. There was maybe a buy it now comp, but I put in auction, just no sold comps. And this was a couple years, a year or two ago, over a year, probably a couple years ago. And the seller blamed it on me, and it was in the buy it now comp. It was it went for like cheap compared to buy it now comp. And I didn't have a comp on it, so I just priced it $9.99 plus shipping. And someone it got sweet smoking neon. They're like, oh, and I said that. And I said it, you know. I call them out kind of on it. You know, and I put in the right, can't get one over on me, you know. Like, I don't mind, like, giving, like, refunds out if I made a mistake. Like, or, like, if they have photos, you know, and something broke in the shipping. Something broke during shipping. Say something broke during shipping. Even if I packed it, like, extremely well, you know. Like, I'll gladly take the initiative on it to refund, you know. Or, you know, I'll gladly refund if it wasn't if I didn't describe it accurately, you know. Like, they didn't, you know, or something like that. Like, I send the wrong item. If I send the wrong item, I'll definitely refund. You know, I'll gladly refund. You know, or I'll gladly refund if it was damage in shipping. However, if like they damage it, like something while cutting it, say they cut the item open, and then it gets damaged that way, I'm not refunding. But I know if it goes like overseas or something, drop shipper, I might just put paper on top so they cut the paper necessary, not the item. Some drop shippers, you know, like if they're sitting overseas, they don't always like cut the best. And then so, but yeah, I mean, I've had like like most of the time though, you're gonna get like a nice. Most of the time, when I have actually sold stuff on eBay, like a majority of the people on eBay, like you'll have some people who would just look at the condition of the item if it says used. Like if it says used, like they know it's used, or new, like if it like new other like new, if it's like they'll look at the condition, they'll be like new, used, like parts only, new with defects, whatever the condition is. Like essentially they'll like look at it. Or like something with new with tags, without tags, new with box, without box. Like stuff like that for like clothing, shoes. The condition, they'll look at the condition description. And a lot of times look at the photos. And then you'll have, like I always like to describe in my listings. There's like some people, some sellers don't like to like write descriptions. But I always write descriptions in my listings. Because for one, I do that because I know buyers who want to buy this item are going to ask me questions. I know they will. Like I know buyers will. Like a lot of buyers will ask questions about items. So I I always try to put as much as I can in the description on the item. Is like the item have some scratches on the item. Like maybe it's like a CD or DVD or like a video game disc. Or maybe an audiobook disc or some sort of disc. Like, does it have scratches on it? Yeah. Like, say like the video games have been some personal video games I'm playing, Achievement Sun. Like, does it have scratches on it? Yeah, it does. Is it tested and working? Yeah, it's definitely gonna work, definitely, tested and working. And I don't say that I played it to get like achievements. I just say like tested working. Yeah, because this tested working. You know, tested works 100% complete. Like, or complete, you know, has the manual. Maybe manual has a few little rips in it. Maybe, you know, case has a crack in it. Maybe, you know, this has some scratches on it, but guaranteed work. Maybe it's just a disc only, you know, stuff like that. Or maybe, you know, stuff like that. So, and then I always mention that in like parts, lawnmower parts, does have rust. It's clean prior to listing it, but may need to be cleaned more, you know, more to your liking, you know. Like I always say, it may need to be cleaned better to your liking. You know, I got it cleaned as best I could, which is always true. I get it cleaned as best I can, but you know, sometimes there's stuff where I can't get clean, you know, no matter what, you know. I can't always get perfectly clean, you know, and I'm not gonna, no, I'm not gonna try, keep trying, you know, but I mean, I could maybe get 100% perfect, but no, I'm just gonna get as perfect as I can. Do like a nice job. If it's like mostly better, like 80-90% better, at least then I'm gonna go with it, you know. It's a lot better, you know. People can see that, you know. You know, you might not have gotten really everything out, or but you got as best you can, you know. And you know, people understand that, you know. Like I've, you know, and then a lot of times, you know, people, and if you look at like the photos and stuff like that, and like condition photos, like if it says used, pre-owned, like used, or used, new, like new with tags, new with box, new without box, like new with defects, like parts only, like people can see the condition description on it, you know, and then they'll buy it that way. And then the title, if something, like if the buyer needs to absolutely read the description, if they absolutely need to read the description, like I always put read in the title, so they know, like, hey, like this item has like a big like flaw, might have a flaw in it, or something like that, or this or that, or something, you know, that like you need to know before you buy the item, you know. Or if it's untested, I always write untested in the title, like, you know, stuff like that, you know, like stuff in big letters if it's really ultra important, you know, like, or like untested, or does not work, or like stuff like that, or read description if it is so. If buyer needs something that buyer absolutely needs to read description, you know, before buying it, I always put read the title. If I have enough characters, I'll put like read description, or read, so they know, like some buyers know, like they maybe read description, you know, or they'll scroll down, you know, what read means, and they'll see that, like, oh, it's a description section. Or they'll swipe down, you know, stuff like that, you know. I always like do that, you know, and that, you know, having description, having like a good like description, having like a well-written description, you know, always, you know, takes away a lot of the questions. You know, I always have a lot of people like send, like, I used to have people like ask more questions, and then when I didn't have like the best description, I was starting out, you know, and then when I started writing thorough descriptions, more thorough descriptions. Now I don't get many questions in eBay one bit. You know, I really don't get hardly any questions in eBay, to be honest with you. I get maybe a few. I get a few here, a few there, but very rarely do I get questions. very rarely do I, get them. So I get a few here, a few there, but it's like few and far between. Hey, does this part fit my lawnmower? Like my engine number or my model number. Some people don't know how to look it up, and I say, and I have to explain like what is your model number, what's your engine number, what's this and that, and then they find it, and then I tell them, I look it up for them, be nice, and tell them, sorry, it does not fit your one. You need this one. So, and then it does, and then a lot of times I get that. Sometimes I get like a few questions, like a few here and there questions, like maybe like I might get like a question or two. Some people might be, how big are the scratches, or how big is this? And I explain to them actually, I'm honest with the suppliers. I actually am honest with the buyers. I really am, honestly. I don't lie to buyers. I don't, because you know why? It's like why should you, lie to the buyers, I never do, I always have that's why I have 93 followers, because of the fact that, I get routine business, a lot of it though, before when I was selling them, like a lot of Cub Cadet lawnmower parts, I remember getting a lot of buyers, from that, selling a ton of them, but I always get a bunch of buyers from them. Like a bunch of followers I was getting. But, I was getting a bunch of them from that. But now I still get a few followers here, a few followers there. So that's awesome, And, yeah, 375 items still on eBay. I have, I don't have a lot more to list now. The most recent item that was listed was some parts off of like lawnmowers. A Toro lawnmower put out on November 25th. Around Thanksgiving time. I put out like a lawnmower, and I listed that a little bit before Thanksgiving. I listed the rest like around then, and I listed a WMA card. I forgot to list them from it was like the 2022 WNBA packs. I did it like a unboxing on YouTube, and and then I did a few parts I got from someone that was doing a repair shop that's showing that you're getting a few stuff parts here and there. I ended up putting it out. There's a couple more of them. If you want, you can buy from me. My eBay store name is, my eBay username is CHU-56, or you can type in my store name, CHU_S Market, Kohu's Market. Why did Kohu CHU apostrophe CHU is because eBay picked as username for me and picked the username that I have right now currently, actually. on eBay. I didn't pick it. I mean, I could probably change, but I didn't. And you know why? Because Seal is the first 2 letters of my first name. You choose the first 2 letters of my last name. So I just went with that. You know? And then I did apostrophe S, and then I did market. Because S, you know, it sounds like a store name. And then market. I could do CHU apostrophe S store. You know, but like, you know, kind of sounds like a little bit more fancier term than store, you know. Could always do store, you know. That's basic. Market. Kind of like a flea market type thing, like a market, you know. Or like a market, you know. It sounds a little fancier then. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, so. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I like it, so it's a good username. I haven't listed nothing in like a while on eBay, but I need to get a few things this, but you know, it is what it is, you know. I'm still glad I'm selling stuff slowly but surely. I sold one thing today, one thing yesterday, nothing today so far. 28 what one on the 26th, and then you know, a couple of 3 things, 2 things on 25th, not on Christmas Eve, but some things once a day, something every day, or like every other day. So that's awesome, you know. So hopefully I'm able to get a break with 4 days no sale, but I did have a few things, you know. Christmas, really like that, possibly. A card, those hats going, maybe. After it's, you know, maybe people need it, you know, maybe. So, yeah, if you want to buy one of this starting, check it out. CH56 or CHU Las Vegas Market. Yeah, if you want something, I'll give you a good deal on some. Mostly, not everything, but all of this, that especially because I was in cinema. On eBay, I'll definitely give you a decent deal on it. Move it out. You know, like